TV.
All right, we're fucking back here. It's another Thursday here at Be Real TV. It's the second show here. You know, I'm here back to back on a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's the We Don't Smoke the Same show once again. And
show is.
we have a fucking packed fucking day today, dog, or a packed night. You know, by the way, this is the one time we are DJ-less. Before we keep going, we are sponsored.
What does that mean? There's no fucking closeout
Nah,
today?
C-Rock's like, hey, I can't go. And then I was like, oh.
I'll
right.
DJ.
You know, and then C- it's a cigarette convention.
You know who's... I saw fucking Mixmaster Mike in here somewhere around here.
I'm sure he could do the close.
Yo,
I
I'll
think he's in the other
DJ.
room. I think he might be taking a shit right now.
Yeah, that'd be great. You know, he might be end up closing it out. But, you know, before we continue, I do want to give a thanks to our sponsors that make the show possible, you know, that keep us high and keep us going. Off top, you can pass me one of those Bzzt woods.
Throw my way.
Yep. Since day one, you know, what is it? BZZT_collective is the IG you look at. It's Bzzt_collective. I love smoking these fucking Biz woods. Those fucking peach, those fucking, what do you call those pineapples?
The
But not
spicy
dried
pineapples,
ones.
the spicy
Oh,
pineapples.
man, bro.
The edibles?
You think you fuck with edibles, you got to try these. Give me one of those pineapple
Which
shits.
one is it?
Pineapples.
These right here. Crack one of those open and just try it right now, bro. You think that it's regular pineapple, but it's not, bro.
Let's see what this is about.
This shit is fire. But yeah, make sure you check them out. They make edibles. They make they make pre-rolls. They have your heady eighths, like their head stash shit. Also, show is sponsored by Dime Industries. Make sure you check them out. They got the extra large tanks. Every time you want to go ahead and dab it, make sure you check them out. That is at Dime Industries. Also, Tropicali Grown and newest, added to the list and will be coming up here to tell us about their product is Burning Bush. And they definitely that rosin game is something else, bro.
Burning Bush.
Yeah, Burning Bush.
I like that name.
That's their name, dog. Burning
It's
Bush.
like fucking burning panocha.
That's how you interpreted that.
Wow.
But dog, Burning Bush makes some fire ass extracts, bro.
They have some capsules that they were showing me.
They
Some
have
rosin
everything.
capsules.
They have capsules. They have the dab fresh thing that you dropped it after you use your nail and it bubbles up and you wipe it. They got the dots, which is like one of the few companies that I've seen that have like little cookie shaped rosin dabs.
It's like the perfect. It's like a serving size. It's telling you exactly what a serving size is. It's like this should like the perfect dab. You know what I mean? Like a serving size.
They're dosages.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, exactly. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh, this one's for Monday. You're like, I got 6 of them. I gotta fucking figure out what I'm gonna do with them.
Yep.
Just spread them out.
Man, what did you think, Sheik?
Fire.
Hey, Tommy.
I like the little polvo on it.
Those pineapples, dog.
Little chili powder on it. Fuck yeah.
I'll fuck with them. But yeah, man, like I was saying, they're a company that's known for having rosin, and at least and rosin is not really one of those things that it's not easy to perfect. You really kind of have to I feel like you have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, before you fucking get it down. And this fool puts his logo on the dabs. He'll literally he does some laser shit that on the top on the big cookies.
Yeah.
He'll do it. We'll have him come up on there in a little bit. But yeah, we also have 2 special guests tonight, man. One of them's already up here with us. By the way, shout out to you and welcome, Xavier.
Yep, shout
you're
Xavier.
No stranger to us,
Thank you. Yeah, man. Still recovering from last night. Cheeky, where you at all the time? Every Thursday we have a Wolfpack night. It's crazy. Where the fuck you at?
I need to fucking come out one of these nights. Hang out with the wolf pack. No, especially since you got free drinks now and shit. I get to go fucking have all the free Pepsis and shit.
Oh yeah, especially if they love it if you have a homie that
Or the Cokes.
does not fucking
The other
drink
Coke for
the
me.
alcohol, but they'll be like, yeah, I'll take a free soda. They'll be like, oh hell yeah, that's nothing to the store,
Oh, that ain't nothing.
You know what I
Fuck
mean?
yeah,
That's
bro.
nothing to the store.
They love me.
Yeah, but we do have 2 special guests, and both of them are from the same kind of world you do, but you're involved a bit differently. So we're gonna start off with you first, Xavier. You're the producer for the George Perez Stories podcast.
Yep.
Which is one of the craziest podcasts that I've been on, and we've all kind of became kind of like a little brotherhood there.
Yep.
And
I listen to that shit during dinner.
During dinner?
Yeah, me and my girl, and I have to listen to the fucking Side Dick Eddie and George just say some wild ass shit, bro.
saying some wild. I know Doesn't see that whole thing whenever you do listen to and if you have been on the George Perez Stories podcast, like you know that it's really it's an experience where like if you partied or if you can relate to any of them, you feel that you're in the room like talking with like the homies and shit like that. So it's its own certain vibe, and you know it's a certain kind of crowd. So you have that going on, and then recently you branched out and you got involved. What do you do with the Tinfoil podcast? Because I didn't even know you were into conspiracies like that, fool.
It's cool. No, well, I'm not super. So I'm with Sam Tripoli. He's another comedian. We do this Tinfoil podcast, and it's all about conspiracy and shit. And I was always into it, you know, like the 9/11 and aliens and Bigfoot. But this fool took me to a whole nother level. Like now he's into like Julian Assange and people fucking journalists and all this shit. And it gets fucking crazy, dude. But you got to look into it, like that whole flat Earth.
Yeah.
What do you think about that shit?
Me?
Either of you, what do you think about flat Earth?
I want Shiki to tell you his opinion because Shiki is very strongly opinionated about things that he thinks are stupid.
I mean, there's basically. I mean, just fucking show me where's the fucking edge of it then.
Yeah, right. Like if you would think if these people want to convince me that the Earth is flat,
Everyone has
can we fucking take a cruise there and stare at the edge?
No, I agree. I'm not saying I believe it, but there's this shit that I like. He brought me to. Like I had never even heard of flat Earth. There's this shit that people believe in flat Earth and fake space and all this shit.
And this is just the second thing that you're like involved in too, Xavier. So like the third thing, which is your most recent, you know, I guess endeavors of in your career, right?
Oh yeah.
Like and fuck you, dog. After all this, after 2 smoke boxes and shit, I can say it how I want, all right? Hey, if Mike Tyson can mispronounce this fucking shit, all right?
I wish you would have talked like that in front of him.
Hey, bro, he did talk like that.
Yo, but Mike Tyson had a reason. He got hit in the head a lot.
You know, how do you know I didn't get hit,
He
bro?
talked like that since birth, I think.
But either way, dog, the most recent thing that you were doing is stand up, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you're getting into the comedy world and doing the stand up thing, and you went from producer. How long did you produce the podcast for the George Perez?
For George, I've been doing it for like almost 2 years. 2 years of just partying, doing drugs, hanging out with this fool.
Fucking bad influences.
Right?
No, because here's the thing, man. You like, I think that's the reason the fans that come to these things, they relate to in a sense because like, hey, man, the way the media portrays learning to party a little bit or taking the edge off sometimes. Don't get me wrong, everybody fucking parties their own way. But the thing is, like, if you're gonna do drugs, you gotta do drugs, not let drugs do you. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta fucking.
You gotta wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you gotta wake up in the morning. There's motherfuckers out there that party and still get up and do their shit. So like, this is the kind of lifestyle that you kind of dabble in being a part of entertainment. You know?
What time did you get home last night, Izan?
What time I got home or what time I went to sleep? Because what time did you drop me off, right?
Yeah, I heard somebody had to come pick your ass
He
up
tried to get
last
me
night.
to come there.
Hey, fuck you, Rastu. You owe me one.
What?
What the fuck were you doing? You couldn't come through and
Yeah,
pick
first
up
of all,
the homie.
Raz, dude, ever since he started fucking getting.
I had to
with
DJ.
Tom, he doesn't fucking go hang out with us at the Comedy Store no more because he's a piece of shit.
Hey, the top that I get is right next to the Comedy Store, and I still won't go to the Comedy Store. That's how, like, there's something wrong with me. But
I mean, after not getting top for so long, I mean, you get addicted to it.
yeah, you can't fucking blame me.
Yeah, I
For
can.
not coming?
I just did. I can and I just did. But either way, I'm proud of you. But I'm saying it's like, you know, you can't forget, you know? Never forget.
Last night I was DJing at the fucking
What were you DJing? Club
For
Asshole?
who?
the dub club, the reggae.
A bunch of reggae shit?
Yeah, a bunch of fucking
Bunch of grimy ass shit?
pretty much.
Well, you know, shout out to Raz for doing that. But yeah, so you two years you've been doing the producing, right?
Yeah, with George, 2 years.
And I mean, at what point after those 2 years did the Tinfoil podcast?
Like maybe like a year and a half into it.
Oh, okay, so damn, it's that long, fool?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're
I've been
almost
doing
a year
it for
and a
like
half.
6 months. I've been like 6 months with Sam.
Damn, man, man, congrats to you on that, dog. Because, you know, from just at first, how did you? I mean, people don't know, man. Like, how did you end up with that whole position where it's like, hey, I need to talk to George and let him know that he has to do his podcast.
Dog, it was weird. So I literally I heard him on Joe Rogan, and I went to school for like audio engineering and shit, kind of like Raz did type of shit.
Yeah.
And I heard, I always wanted to do a podcast, but I knew I was like, no one's gonna listen to my shit if I ain't famous. So I was like, I'm gonna hit up this cholo because I heard him on Joe Rogan, right? And I thought he was funny as fuck. He went on Joe Rogan and he told his story about how he was on MTV Oh Mama and he beat up some dude back in the day. And he was when he won, that guy saw him on TV and he said, "Yo, that's the guy that beat me up." Like for real, fame got him into jail. It's crazy.
Yeah, dog. So, there's some people waiting for you to go up there so they can take your ass down.
So he ends up going to jail, and he tells his story on Rogan, and I hit him up on like Instagram, like straight DM bullshit. I'm like, yo, you should have a podcast. I'm an audio engineer. I live by your pad. I'll do that shit for free. He's like, cruise it. And I go to his pad, right? And I'm hanging out, and he's choloed out, dog, like kind of like just chilling. And I'm like,
how did you get greeted? Was he outside smoking? So he's like, he see your car pull up, and he's like, let me impress. He looked at you, he's like, what's up, homie?
Shotgun, homie, Orange Gang. What's up, fool?
Yo, he's like, hey, I'm George from Whoop De Whoop, Orange County, homie. Like, is that what he told you?
Dude, yeah, he was outside smoking a cig with his fucking dog, his little poodle killer, chilling there.
And he loves that dog.
Oh,
bro.
he loves that dog. And he pulls me inside. He's finished smoking a cigarette. He pulls me inside and he rolls up a blunt and he's chilling. And like mid-conversation, he pulls out cocaine and he's like, do a bump.
Damn, he treated you. Wow, dog. Hey, he treated you like Denzel in Training Day?
He told me if I would have said no, there would have been no podcast. He's like, I wanted to be.
What time of the day is this?
Well, this was like 2, 3 in the afternoon, homie.
Okay, yeah. See, you got to make that decision at that point. And have you done coke before that?
Yeah, I had done it like that, but not at 3 in the afternoon, dog.
But not like, I know what you mean, dog. So it's, all right, so, damn, so he gave you that test?
Yeah.
Hey, I would just apply to the George Perez stories just for the application process. Like, you know what I mean? I would borrow food socials just to apply it to the podcast.
Yeah, so
right?
that's how it went
let
down.
me-
Yeah.
Where's the part where you tell me to hit the bag again? Like, so at that point, what were you thinking? What went through your head, dog?
I was like, fuck, dude. This is going to be a good time.
So
I just fucking did that. And that was it. We weren't even drinking, nothing. He literally, after I did it, he's like, if you wouldn't have done it, it would have been no podcast, homie. And I was like, holy shit. And that was it. After that, I like lost 10 pounds, started partying with them. I go to the bathroom a lot more often.
Man, that's so it's 2 years doing that, and I mean, obviously you it's been a wild ride because when I first started getting invited to the George Perez Stories podcast, we were like at episode like 20 something, the first one I ever came in, and this is like I remember like the first thing I remember when we get there, we're in that room. It's like, all right, man. He's like, fucking shut the doors. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, fuck. Here it goes. And you get the similar kind of test. It's like, hey, let's see if this fool's really down. You know what I mean? And you remember, you were there, dog. And it gets wild. So it's like to see it from episode 22 and go into like episode 100 and we had that party. What's been your favorite part along that ride, bro? Like, just that GPS fucking
Honestly,
ride.
being at the fucking Comedy Store.
That's the
Just
shit,
being
huh?
able,
Hell
dude, just being able to pull up with those fools and like security don't ask you for ID.
Well, I don't even do comedy and they fucking treat me the same way, dog.
Yeah, we go to the back room and smoke. We're not allowed to be there unless you're a comic, but for some reason they don't ask us shit.
Hey, we know why.
Yeah. But that's probably been my favorite part. That and the 100th part and the 100th thing really showed us that people do listen. Because that was a packed house.
Yeah, it was. It was
Everybody
way too packed.
Yeah, we had people standing up and shit.
No, it was way
Yeah.
too packed. If you went to the 100th episode, which I was on that too. It was a crazy episode. There's never. I don't think there's ever been that I've been to a podcast celebration like this. They shut down a strip club, right? They just in the Fullerton, like full control over everything, the bar and everything, and like what was it? The bucket of bumpany.
The bucket of bumpany. So you put like if you were down, you would put your name in this bucket, and it was like a raffle type of shit. And like we had segments, and then when the segment was over, I'd pull your name out of the fucking bag or bucket, whatever it was. And if your name came out, you got a free bump from George.
Dog, this is just some unheard of
Yeah,
shit, dog.
Wow.
And I mean, that party was crazy, man. It was a very fun night.
Fuck yeah, that shit
What
was
about-
dope as fuck.
What about the Sam Tripoli thing, bro? How did that come about?
So with that, he used to have another co-host, kind of like Shiki, and this fool just flaked out.
Hey,
Literally,
listen up, puto.
and this fool just flaked out. One day, just didn't reply, just ghost. ghosted him, and I had always kind of listened to the show. Like I told you, I was into conspiracies, but not like not
You
like
didn't
I
see
am
that
now.
conspiracy coming, huh?
Nah, I did not see that one coming. So then he dipped out, and I literally just asked George. I was like, "Hey, can you introduce me to Sam?" And he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "His co-host left, and low key, like I love the show, and if that guy's not, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but if he ain't gonna come back, then let me in." Yeah. So I literally go to the store, I get introduced, and I literally just tell Sam, I'm like, "Hey, I listen to your show. I'm into conspiracies. I heard your homeboy dipped out. I'm not trying to step on any toes. If you don't need a co-host, that's cool. And if he's coming back, then that's even cooler. But if not, let me come in." He says, "Monday, 3 o'clock, homie, be there." That's it.
He didn't tell you. He didn't tell you. He's like, "Hey, I need you to do a bump off this pyramid."
Nah, see, yeah.
He didn't fucking tell you. He's like, "Hey, I need you to do a bump off the fucking flat Earth."
See, that would have been dope.
Yo, that's wild, man. And that's two different fields, bro. Like
Way
you're going
too different. And I do them the same day, dog. One day on Mondays. So on Mondays, I do a conspiracy show. 2 of them. We do back-to-back 2 episodes. And then after that, I do the soccer podcast with Ian Edward, another comic. And
Man,
then
you have
after
a
that,
soccer podcast?
He's dope.
dog. And then after that, I go with George. And then that's when the party starts. Because that shit is...
Hey man, you can't hate on that, man. You gotta applaud. I gotta applaud you on that, bro. Like that's the way to fucking do it, though, man. Like you get involved in one and then to another one. This is what you call putting in work when you do that entrepreneur shit.
You gotta grind. And
Remember,
that's fucking.
I didn't want to fucking ask to be on the show. Remember, I fucking just kept kicking it with your ass up there until B-Real was like, "Hey, fool, why didn't you tell me you had a degree?"
Hey, that's
It's
what
fake, though.
happens.
I got it in MacArthur Park.
I bet.
Hey, but that's what happens. What happened? George
Yeah.
came on first. Side came on. And now I'm here.
Hey,
Like
dog,
I say, I've been there watching those fools, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna come
here's
on.
the thing, man. You know, it was a matter of time, and at least like I'm like, okay, cool. If I would have had Xavier on here a year ago, it wouldn't have been the same interview I'm having right now.
It wouldn't have been a good interview because I didn't have shit.
Throughout that year, you fucking added so much things on your plate that we could just talk about. Now you talk about you do have a soccer podcast. Like what is it in Spanish? You would be like, "Se la pasa such and such." Se la pasa.
No, it's funny because
These was just do passes and shit.
it's Ian Edward. It's a black guy. It's a black comic, and I didn't think black guys were into soccer. First of all, nah, but we do.
No.
What's up, homie? So, but we do only the English league, English Premier League, which is like the best soccer out there, and we just talk about that. No Chivas, America shit, dog. No Cruz Azul bull crap, dog. That shit's garbage soccer,
Mexican
homie. We
fools
don't
hit
fuck
you
with
up?
that shit.
How many Mexicans will hit you up knowing that they'll be like, "Hey, George says you're a paisa, so what's America or Chivas?"
Oh, dog, they always ask me that. And low-key, I'm not even none of those. I hate both those teams. I go with Atlas. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a Mexican team. It's Atlas, homie, but I don't watch that Mexican soccer league. That shit's weak. It's like watching the NBA and then going to go watch female.
MLS?
Watching fucking female basketball. It's like
Yeah,
you're watching Kobe and
fucking
LeBron,
terrible,
and then you gotta
dog,
watch some females play basketball. Like,
I've been to a couple. I've been to a
dog.
couple WNBA games, and that shit
How was
it was fucking trash.
Fucking shit. Oh man, this is.
Wait up. My thing is, how did you end up at a fucking women's basketball game?
Oh, my dad would get tickets from work and shit. You know what I mean? They'd be like, because nobody would want to fucking go. They'd be like, here.
Man, it fucking Cheeks over here like that shit was trash. You hear yourself echoing through the shit. You're like, "Hey, it's me."
Trash.
Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy, man. At least, all right. So you're doing the sports podcast, and listen, if you are offended by what we say, you know this is the reason we are the show After Dark here, and we do not have no filters. I was like, this is the reason we run with the Wolfpack. You know what I mean? Side Dick Army. Eh?
Yeah, cool. This is
that fool is gonna show up, right?
I hope so.
I feel it. He's gonna show up like Grimace. Like,
it's funny. He'll come up here and take my spot.
Probably shows up with hamburgers.
He shows up with hamburgers. That's Will, fool.
Yeah, that's Will. We'll always show
All
up
right,
with
so
food.
3 podcasts, and then at what point after that, after those 2 years, did you say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna start doing comedy. And who did it first? Was it Eddie or you, dog?
Eddie had done it way before me, though.
All right.
Eddie had done it like once or twice, like a couple years ago. Kind of just testing out the vibe. And then the reason I did
Eddie
it was...
didn't even want a podcast at some point. Remember
Oh,
that
dude,
shit?
Eddie almost quit on us. Eddie
was
thought
like
he was...
Meg from Family Guy.
Well, because the thing was, when we started podcasting, I'm not going to lie, I would show up to George's at 9 and leave at like 3, 4 in the morning and have maybe an hour recorded. Because George is picky. Like, now we got a flow. You know how he starts it with my boy, and then he does the
I
fucking...
miss those early days because we would spend a lot of time just doing drugs and not recording. Like, we would just be like, yo, fuck it. It's
Literally, dude.
do it.
What do you mean? That happened like 2 weeks ago. That happened the other week. We all went to George's house and fucking
It
smoked a
wasn't
giggle
like
stick.
episode 22 though, bitch.
I mean,
Yeah, it
Was that the one that I
different.
fell asleep at?
they did smoke a
asleep in
giggle
all of
stick,
them.
bro.
Yeah, you fall asleep everywhere, Razud.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Yo,
bro. I just tell
did I
people
tell
you're
you?
on heroin. And
Yo, I got a
make
crazy
sure
story.
You don't OD.
I got a crazy story with Razud. This motherfucker, we're partying in LA. We go to a comedy store. We go to one of his shows. And then he takes us to a fucking
After hours?
After hours fucking rave parties or bullshit.
Yeah, after hours are crazy. Just the fact that you go, if you tell somebody, hey, I'm going to an after hours, it's gonna be a fucking mad, crazy, like vibe. Like
Bunch of guys kissing each other.
I don't know. I haven't been to anyone like that,
sometimes.
but
Yeah.
like the last time that I went with Eddie and them to after hours, and Razdude was like, come out to my gigs. Razdude was DJing, and this like tall, like, I'm pretty sure it used to be like a dude, but like he's a chick
tranny.
now, and like was just like dancing to his fucking beats, like to Razdude DJ, and like
Hell yeah,
you
bro.
can straight out tell like this girl, like this person could have like devoured Razdude.
You got tranny fans.
Nah, so we're there chilling at this. He takes us to the after hours. It's like 3, 4 in the morning. We show up, and he knew a couple people up there, and he's like, they take us up to this room, and it's kind of creepy because we're at a fucking warehouse. First of all, it's like definitely not allowed to fucking happen. I just feel like I'm like, you've ever seen Man on Fire?
Yeah.
You seen that discoteca shit that's going on, and it looks creepy? That's what I thought I was at, and I was not feeling comfortable.
That's how it is when you go out with Razdude.
Yeah.
This motherfucker kicks it in alleys at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Like,
some discoteca type shit from El DF type shit, and I'm there hanging out, and we go up to this room, and there's like a security at the door, and some guy comes in, and he's chilling there, and then he's like, "What's up, guys? By the way, I'm like the drug dealer here. I got Nas, I got cartridges, I got wax, I got cocaine, I got ketamine, I got it all. What do you guys do?" He knew Razud, and then Razud's like, "Oh, they do cocaine." So this fool literally just.
Oh, I didn't know that guy.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know. Someone knew him, or I don't know why
hey,
the
don't-
fuck.
don't
No,
say-
he was like the owner of the joint, and he
I don't
came
know.
in.
I just thought you knew him because for some reason, Mr. Nice Guy.
No, I don't know
pulls
anybody,
out the
dude.
baggie, dumps out a bunch of it out, zips it up, and just says, "You guys have fun. Oh, by the way, if anybody else sells drugs here, you guys let me know. I will pay you in drugs. As in, I'm the only drug dealer here. So if anyone else sells you drugs, you let me know. I'll handle it. As in,
Damn.
basically, get his ass kicked out or
fucked up.
And
Or
then
jacked.
he's like, and I will give you whatever you were gonna buy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. So then, like I said, this fool dumps the baggie there of blow, and
Like how much blow would you say? Because
like half a gram.
that's pretty generous.
That's
just to,
pretty
like,
generous for. I thought Razud knew him for
Hey,
someone
you
who
didn't know him,
us?
Razdude?
No, I didn't.
Why
I
didn't you
didn't.
invite me to this party?
Dude, fucking.
The last time you fucking brought me drugs in Vegas, some dude gave you a fucking rock of crack, bro.
It wasn't even crack. It was like
Like
it was
soap.
detergent.
It was fucked up, bro. He comes back.
was
off
carpet
an acid
cleaner.
Trip. He's like, I traded 3 of your joints, and this guy gave me this. I'm
Oh, I
like,
didn't trade. I didn't trade it. He took the joints from me and he put that shit
Like,
in
why
my
would
hand.
you let him take joints? Like,
Dude, I was tripping on acid and he just like I was smoking a joint
you should have fought him.
and I showed him like he's like, "What are you smoking?" I'm like, "These joints
Dumbass
right
just
here."
comes back, bro. He's like, yeah, Ezone, look what I brought for you. And I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, this isn't it. Like,
No, I was like, I wanted him to tell me what it was. I was like, "What is this?"
He's like, do it. Like, I'm looking at him.
I was like, "Maybe you should taste it." Like, fucking, what does it taste like?
Yeah, he was like, fuck you, man. But yeah, it's crazy.
So Side Dick and those motherfuckers, I'm weirded out because I'm like, why am I gonna do random shit from some random fool? Like, I'm not saying coke's ever good to do, but still some random shit at a fucking discoteca type of looking
that
spot
Mac
where there's
Miller
like red
recipe,
lights.
dog.
So I walk out, dude. I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna get a beer. I go get a beer. I come back up, and then these fools had already handled their business. And Razud's over there falling asleep. And by the way, the security saw us rack it up and do the lines, right? Like the security saw that shit. Didn't care. I'm like, I get it. We're at 4 o'clock type
After
of
hours,
shit. Yeah,
this is-
I get it. That security don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then I come back and Razud's dozing off. Like we said, niggas always falling asleep. And he was kind of falling asleep, and the security comes up to us. He's like, hey, guys, you can't be falling asleep. I'm like, homie, you just saw us do cocaine, and your biggest concern is that this was the DD is passing out?
Let me tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. The reason he had every right to trip, bro, because I never looked at that kind of situation the same way until it happened kind of here, and it wasn't off of anything illicit. it was when like somebody overdid it, and like the last thing you want is somebody dying at your venue.
No, I get that, but we were trying to explain to him, like, dude, he's the
I know, but
sober
like
dude. He's just tired. It's 4 a.m, homie. He's being our homie. And the guy's like, no, he can't fall asleep here. Like, he has to stay awake. And I'm like, but I'm like, dude, there's people doing cocaine, and you're mad about some fool falling asleep,
Hey,
just kind of taking a nap.
You don't know if Razdu just shot up some heroin.
That's true. I didn't see it like that.
You know what I mean? Like,
because that doesn't even run through my head. You're right. But that doesn't even run through my head. I'm just.
because think about it. If they let you do all that shit at that after hours, bro, they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, this worry is somebody falling asleep. It's like, there's a reason, dog.
And the way that Razdu looks, bro.
Yeah, malnourished and shit.
And you know how it is. He kind of does look like he's on heroin. He'll be talking to you and be like,
Does he have his
falls asleep like
Does
that.
he have his sunglasses on?
No, he didn't have his sunglasses on.
I fell asleep at my graduation. But I had sunglasses on. Like Justin Timberlake was saying some shit. I'm like, yo, I'm falling asleep right now.
Man, that's fucking crazy. Fucking sleep dude.
Sleep dude.
All right, so fucking hey, man. So how long you say you've been doing the comedy thing for now?
I've only done it like 10 times.
What do you like about it so far?
I actually do like when people laugh.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel good. I'm like, holy shit, I fucking kind
You
of.
don't get nervous?
Fuck yeah, this fool does, dog. I
that's his
saw him
fault.
yesterday.
I was tripping balls.
Yesterday, Eddie be clowning him when he's nervous, bro. We were in the green room yesterday at the Improv, and everybody and Xavier's right there, and he's opening up, and like Eddie's like, look at Xavier, bro. He's over here like just can't take it, and Xavier's doing this shit like. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like shaking my head, dog. I'm just walking around, and I have my set lit on my phone, so I'm just reading my phone over and over like a fucking idiot. And I'm just tripping, and these fools are just laughing. They're like, full relax. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dog. Leave me alone.
You know what I think? It's like, I feel that Eddie sometimes feels that way, but like, Eddie's the type of shit that like, if he gets a bad crowd, he's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Like,
yeah, Eddie would get mad and be like, fuck you guys for not laughing. That's just funny. I made other people laugh with this shit the other day. I can see him doing shit like that. His big ass.
He just say, hey, fuck you guys for not laughing. Fuck you, suck my dick. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out, eh? Yeah, man, but that's what's the worst part about it, bro?
I fucking bombed before. Like where no one laughs and shit. That shit sucks.
Like, what do you mean? You say a joke and like it's like.
I went to this open mic thing, and I just fucking did it just because like I had to do a show in New Jersey the next day. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna just try it out. Fuck it, right? I went, and there was literally like 3 people there, and I was like, I sat there and contemplated, should I do this? And I was like, well, fuck it. Like, what do I gotta lose, right? Nah, fool, I left there so uninspired, dog. I was like, should I even go to New Jersey? It was bad. No one laughed, dude. And you sit there and you contemplate, like, damn, should I even doing this shit?
Was that your worst bombing?
Yeah. Easy. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well, what did you do after? What did you do?
Hit my homie up and told him to roll up a fucking blunt.
You just like
you just fucking smoked and just sat there and be like, fuck this.
You just felt what you.
Yeah, it sucks, dog. I don't know.
Nah, it's the same feeling like if you forget your lyrics.
Yeah.
Like it's the same shit, bro. That's just embarrassing, bro.
It's embarrassing, right? Yeah.
Fuck yeah. The worst part is that when you get caught, like as a rapper, like the worst part is when like you get caught up with it, like and people catch it, and then you catch it, like, hey, I know you fucked up. Like, or like they'll record it, they're like, I didn't post it up because I really like your shit. I'm like, that shit hurts.
Right.
Yeah, man, but it's a part of it, man. That's how you kind of get better, you know?
It happens to everyone, I think. It's something you gotta fucking go through. So, I mean, in the end, it should fucking make you stronger in the end, dog. You should not give a fuck in the end of what people fucking think.
And it happens to fucking rappers and shit. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
that
everyone,
they
bro.
Yeah, and especially with them, they're probably just more loose.
Fucking
they care less.
Be Real has told the stories of his fuck ups, bro.
Yeah, like if you listen to the Joe Rogan interview with the one that he did at his place, he talks about like his biggest like fuck ups type shit, you know. And he said forgetting shit was a big thing, you know, and it made me feel less bad about it. I was like, yeah, hey, he fucked up like that.
And Rogan talks about bombing all the time.
You already finished your joint, Shiki?
Yeah, bro.
Here, I would like to. Oh.
I'm a pro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, I mean, hey, you could have smoked the Bizwood. I mean, we have another guest on as well too.
Yeah, sure.
I wish I knew how to pronounce the last name correctly, but I'm probably gonna fuck it up.
Sara Weinshenk.
All right, cool. I got it. I was gonna totally like just slaughter the name. And but then, she corrected me.
Yeah, she's been on Georgia's show before.
No, she's been on the she's
Yeah, I know she's been here. Yeah, I know
but
she's been
it was
here
way
too.
different. Like last time we were here, we were at the little table that was right there. It was this way.
we had like
we got a little
snake
upgrade.
skin.
We have a bar up there. As you can see, that's what people look at. No, in the screen, that's what it looks like now. We're like it's upgraded. We got stools and shit. But yeah, man. Hey, where can people find like where you're gonna be at, dog? And like follow all the podcasts.
I'm gonna be. I'm actually gonna do a show in where is that? Texas, June 15th and the 14th in Texas, and then I'm gonna be at Skank Fest in Brooklyn with Sam Tripoli.
Skank
and them.
Fest?
Yeah.
What is that, like Puta Fest?
I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of whores out there now, but it's just like a comedy festival.
It's called Skank Fest?
Huh? Skank Fest. Yeah,
Sounds kind of tight.
It's dope. Yeah, I think she might be out there. I think Sarah might be out there for that too. But
Lit.
What part of Texas?
I said Brooklyn, fool.
I think Dallas. Yeah, pretty sure. I think it's Dallas. Just Dallas,
Right.
and then for Brooklyn for New York. Yeah.
That's what's up.
You can find me on XG Marks the Spot on Instagram, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. And George Perez stories.
Yep. That is.
You can catch all of us there.
Hey, if you guys need a fucking, if you guys need somebody to open up, if you need somebody to fucking produce your show, fucking
Yep.
talk fucking sports on the podcast, this guy he's slowly building a different, what is it, Rolodex of.
I have a question though, Sheik. When you gonna come on George's story?
Oh, thank you, dog. Thank you.
after-
Come on,
Dude,
dog. I make the bookings. You gonna make this shit happen? You
After
don't
what the
wanna
fuck
go?
you just
wanna
told me,
party?
dog, it seems like once I step foot in his house, bro, he's gonna make me do a line, bro.
I mean,
He's
it's,
not gonna make you
I
do
mean,
it.
Razu hasn't.
Yeah.
Is
I
this
just
true,
I just
Razu?
I just show up and eat fucking 2 In-N-Out burgers,
All right, that's
Fuck
cool
you for
then.
that, bro.
and I fell asleep.
Hey, Will, tell him. Fuck him, bro. What's up?
What do you get? I mean, it's more for you guys, you know.
He said it's more for you guys.
Exactly right.
Oh, by the way, are we gonna talk about it now that Will came here?
Oh
before we get off air?
yeah.
We're gonna talk about what
Oh, yeah,
happened
what the
yesterday
fuck
in the
happened?
green room, dog. Oh, this is so good. Before we get on to the next guest, say this story yesterday at the green room, because I've never seen Will so mad in his life. Like he was hurt, dog.
Hurt. So
Say it, dog. Before, all right, go for
oh
it.
fuck. So we're in the green room chilling, and Will's there. Kate Quigley's there. Side Dick's there. George is there. We're all just hanging out, drinking a couple beers, and Kate and Will know each other. They're like homies. But always hanging out. And I guess one day, Will went to the Ha Ha store, the comedy festival, one of those stupid fucking comedy stores. He went there, and Kate Quigley was performing, and George was supposed to go, but George flaked. So it kind of seemed like Will was there for no reason. And
Yeah.
Kate Quigley's hot. I don't know if you know who she is. She's kind of hot, and she gets a lot of fucking creepers on her ass from
Creepers,
Instagram.
eh?
No, like she's famous, so she gets a bunch of creeps, a bunch of fucking. It's just
Bunch of
creepy.
dudes would be
Yeah, a
like,
bunch
I
of dudes with
jerk
dick
off to your
pics. Yeah, she
pictures.
talks about getting dick pics all the time, dog. So they're hanging out, and it's like the show's over, and George is kind of talking to Kate and kind of like hanging out, but Kate's kind of like, I know this guy, but I don't. And then the guy at the comedy store owner shows up, the guy that owned that comedy store shows up, and then she's like, hey, Kate, what's up? And they're talking, and then eventually he's like, do you know that guy? And Will just kind of decide. And she looks over and says, no, I don't. Will has given this girl a ride home.
At that moment,
Ooh.
hey, Razdu, first of all, you can't feel that pain because you were stuck in that level for like 5 years.
No, but he has given her a ride home before.
But Razdu feels the pain, bro. But let me tell you though, I gotta give props to Will for sticking up for him. He's like,
stood up for
He's like,
himself.
you saw me.
You saw.
He's like, yeah. He's like, you fucking saw me.
You've
He's like,
seen
yeah.
me. I've given you a ride home. Like
Yeah,
you can't say that.
It was like,
Dude, he took that shit personal. Like it was
Hell yeah,
dude.
fuck that,
But
bro.
yeah, fuck that bitch. Like I do kind of like not like that, but like I do agree. Like he's giving you a ride home. Like don't. It was weird, but
Was that Ray laughing in the background?
See,
I mean, if he's giving her a ride home, that's fucking bullshit, bro. Don't play stupid.
Oh, that was very hilarious.
Well,
that
it made our day. We were dying in
Maybe
the
she
fucking
was
green
drunk,
room,
you know?
homie.
we were watching it like
Oh,
Eddie.
dude.
Eddie just kept giving him this look like, "Shut up, Will. Please shut up." Like,
And Kate's just like,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, Will.
And Kate's like, dude, you have to understand.
yeah, I ate her food yesterday. That shit was good.
Oh, the fries? I was grabbing
No,
the
I
fries.
ordered the fries
too.
and I fucking ate the whatever they
Oh, yeah?
ordered. I
The
was like,
burger?
fuck that.
No, yeah, but she was like, you got to think about it.
It or not?
I get a bunch of creeps on my ass all the time. Bunch of guys just trying to hang out. I just didn't know who you were. And it's kind of like a good excuse, but it just seems like an excuse she uses all the time. Right? Exactly, right? You're like, nah.
I gave you a fucking. You get a fucking ride home. You better remember that shit.
Yeah, you better remember my face, unless I'm an Uber. Yeah.
It's very generous.
Very
Unless I'm an
generous.
Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Unless I'm an Uber.
Unless she was like that shit face that night.
Unless if
Yeah.
if you didn't pay for a ride, you better remember who gave you a ride. If you paid for it, fuck
Well,
you.
I
Don't
mean,
remember my face.
What if like he's right though? What if your shit face like me? Like
If she was drunk, then yeah, you got.
Hey, was she shit face, Will? When you give her a ride?
He's been in her house.
Oh, there you go, dog. Fucking Will still not giving it off, dude. Like, all right. All right. This I give it to Will. All right, you win this one, dog.
You win this one.
You
Will.
win this one, dog. That was something hilarious that happened last night, and we're gonna see what happens tonight. Hopefully, when Eddie shows up and we end up at the Comedy Store again, it's gonna see what happens. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. And we're going to come back with our second special guest. Sarah will be coming up in here for the second time. She's returning. She's been smoking, like, like heavy. Like, I saw, like, she came in, she's like, oh, hey, what's up? It's like right away. And, you come to the show, we definitely have motherfuckers that just keep rolling and just keep rolling. We have our Bzzt, we have our Burning Bush dabs. And when they come up here, I'm going to be fucking dabbing some of this rosin in there because I'm going to talk to Burning Bush. I like talking to my sponsors when they come up in here because, they be hooking it up. And I want to see what the story is behind it. But we're going to go ahead and keep talking comedy with our next guest. We'll be right back on the We Don't Smoke the Same show.
BeReal.tv.
All right, we're back here with our second guest of the night. Returning, for the second time here, but it's been a while,
Yes.
It really has been a while, and I think I'm at that point where I'm really high. Help me pronounce your last name.
Sara Weinshenk. Yes, that's me.
Yes.
Hi.
Sara Weinshenk is here.
Yes.
It was just, I felt like it was only in due time because I've been hanging out at the store a lot with Eddie and Xavier and George. So I just happened to run into you that day. And I seen you. I was like, all right. I was like, this is life saying, yo, we gotta do a catch up episode.
Yeah, and I was down. Here I am. I ran into you with the George Perez crew.
Yep.
You guys rolled deep.
Yeah, that's how we always roll deep. Like it's like minimum like 5 or 6. Minimum.
Yeah.
And then like other like members will show up.
I'm like, I wish I had a crew of like friends that showed up, like just
jump
6
in,
like
jump in the
Valley
circle.
girls that show up with me to the Comedy Store.
You said 10 Valley girls to show up?
Yeah, just like a crew.
There'd be like a big ass line at the bar.
Yeah, I just don't think I have that many friends when I sit down and think about it. I'm like, would I really why don't I have a crew that deep? I'm getting very introspective about it. I'm like stoned and I'm like, do I need more friends?
I mean, we're all there though. We're raging. You know what I mean? When we're at the store,
Right,
like,
you guys are raging. I don't rage hard like that.
I was gonna say,
I smoke hard, but I don't.
I mean, that's what we do when we go to the back. Like, dude, we only get away with like vaping in the front, but eventually when we end up to the back,
shit.
we occupy that area. Like, what's the girl that Xavier, the really nice lady that hooks us up all the time? Is her name Rachel? Rachel, the one with the blue hair in the back? You know who I'm talking about. The one that opens up the door for the little bar. She always hooks it up, the bartender.
Shit.
She's there with Richie with the blue hair. She always hooks. Is it?
I know who it is, and I can't think of her name, and this is really
I want to say
awful.
Rachel or April.
No, it makes me feel so bad too. Okay. We'll circle back with her name. It's not important to the story. Yeah, what about her?
No, I'm just saying, like, every time we go back there and, like, we always see her, she knows what's up, she'll join the circle, and, like, we'll smoke that place in the back out.
She's the best.
She is the best. I always, like, bring a little gift in the pocket just for her.
That's dope.
I'm going to light this up.
Go ahead, feel free. That's the That's what
Bzzt
Bzzt was
was-
for.
Wood.
Shiki, do you have another joint or are you done?
I got one right here in my hand.
Okay, cool.
bitch.
Hey, you think people noticed the nugs that you replaced with the lower grade nugs in his jar?
I hope so. I hope he rolls that shit up and he thinks that shit's good.
Cause he's like, yo, man, this is some good shit, man. Let me tell you what Shiki did. He was like, man, I need some good weed. The fuck do I do? And he's like, all right. He took a nug out of like B-Real's jar. Like he had some monster looking nugs, and there was some like smaller, inferior looking nugs out in the desk. So he just throws a couple of those in. And he takes like a really good one. You need help?
Snitch
So
alert.
I got it.
What an asshole.
Hey, that shit was hilarious. Bro.
Snitching.
Hey, fuck you, dude.
You guys are talking about swapping out flour right now.
Yeah. And it was just hilarious. And it was fucking
get it?
hilarious.
Can I get a lighter?
Yeah.
So he was swapping out good. He was taking good flour and putting shitty flour.
No, it wasn't shitty. It was just like
It was
Lower.
outdoor.
like it was like little nugs compared to like a little good like chunk nug.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just felt really good. You know, I felt happy for him.
I like these.
The Bizwoods.
Yeah, these are dope.
Yeah, they come pre-packed. Oh shit, C-Rock showed up. Hey.
Oh.
Oh, look what the
C-Rock.
wind brought in, huh? All right, bro, we're gonna have to have a consultation afterwards, eh?
What's happening?
No, this is our DJ.
You guys have a DJ?
Yeah, we listen to dope music at the end.
You guys like turn up
play-
and just fucking
He does.
get down. You don't get down like
Nah,
that?
C-Rock
He-
does.
He's like you know how you said like you don't really rage too much.
I just smoke.
Yeah, me too.
Like he doesn't really. Like,
I've been at after hours before though. I heard you
All right,
guys
so
talk.
what's the after hours? Like, what do you do at after hours? Like you're like very chill.
No,
You just, like,
like
roll up?
I used to go out and
just
do
people
after
watch?
hours things, like take Molly and do what people do
Damn.
at after hours things. I'm
yeah.
like,
That was the upper of choice.
I was just like, yeah, I'm not like into like drugs like that anymore. You know?
Did
After
you
hours.
enjoy it? Did you enjoy Molly?
Yeah, because I hated it when I tried it.
I just don't like coming down from hard drugs. It's not fun to me. That's why I just like get really stoned.
Sometimes I feel that like
That's how I feel.
when I smoke a lot of weed and then I'm just like I feel that weed will just get me so high and I'm like to the point where it's like I like want to keep having fun. So like, you know, and I'm just like this kind of sucks. I got myself over high. But then you're just like, yeah, you know, I can wake up.
So you like to go out.
Yeah.
You like to get down. Like,
Well, I mean, it's
tell
not-
me like your ideal night right now.
Okay, so like if I were like
Paint a
for
picture.
tonight, all right, like if I
Okay.
if we're gonna go out raging like tonight, we're probably just gonna end up at the Comedy Store.
Okay.
It starts out with probably like a group of 3. We're already probably
A group of 3, like
Yeah.
from the George Perez crew.
probably most likely. Let me see how
Okay.
how many of us are here already. It is Xavier, Will, Raz. Oh, yep.
Oh, they're throwing up
The
their
4.
hands.
Yep.
Count 'em
all right,
out.
so it's
I'm not
that's
going.
already 4 deep, right?
All right.
And then we're probably gonna meet up over there, smoke on the way over there, kick it at the parking lot, drink in there, you know, because we'll probably
Kick it in the parking lot.
yeah, we'll like down one of these in the parking
You
lot.
guys are like wild. Okay. You're
And
just
then-
going to down a little bit of Henny in the parking lot.
I mean, that's just
That's
like
normal.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what your night is.
that's
Keep
pregame.
going.
And this is right. You know how far the Pink Dot is from like the Comedy Store.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's right
Alright.
next door.
Yeah, so we do that while we're in the back. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, that's 5 because Tommy's here. He might go with us too. Our
Okay.
sponsor, that's Mr. Bizwood.
So Mr. Bizwood might also be coming.
Yeah. And So
Okay.
that usually means that we're gonna be rolling like that crazy, and then we'll go over there. We'll depending on who's there. We'll, you know, if we know all the door guys, that means for sure we're gonna go to the back, and then we'll just
Okay.
go out and smoke out the back, and then usually the door people and whoever's there that knows us from the store will smoke out with us, and they'll be like, or Richie will come on and just be like, yeah, it's cool. And the goal is usually to end up at that bar where like all the headliners kick it at, that little bar.
Okay.
And we have successfully done it like a couple of times, even on like a light night where like we thought there's no way we don't have that much pool, but we ended up there. That bar is like the ultimate goal at that if we're there, you know.
So you like going out to the Comedy Store, to the bar in the
But
Comedy
to kick
Store.
it there because you meet so many people, you know what I mean. It's like every night. It's like
Word.
it's a different vibe all the time. Sometimes you catch a show, you'll just walk in and just like, you know what I mean. It's like
The Comedy Store is a crazy place. It's a fun place. But I've just been going there for so long that I just really go there to do stand-up and then I kind of just leave. You
See,
know?
but wouldn't you? That's what you would think, right? But wouldn't you? You're saying you're like, oh, maybe I need to have like a crew that pulls up, or just like, kind of, you know. Would you, if you had that, would you say it would make you
Well, all
stay
my
there more?
friends are there because all my friends are comedians. So it's like I already kind of have that. I just don't have like a crew of people that like I party with all night because I like go home and then just like chill in my
I'm gonna go home
PJs.
and sleep and
Yeah.
eat edibles.
Yeah. That's more my speed.
What what does Sarah do? You like you have a routine of like go stand up and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do edibles and then 2 joints and top it off and it's good night, or what?
It just depends. I do comedy a lot. So if I'm doing comedy like
It's been
5
like 2 years since like I knew you here. So like, how many more years have you added to your career now?
I've been doing comedy for 9 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my life. So I don't really like go out. Oh shit.
You know, I had to give you good applause. Gotta give credit when credit is due. It's not an easy art, you know.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. But like, yeah, I've been doing comedy for 9 years. So I'm just like at the place in my career where most nights I do stand up. So I just smoke weed after my sets. I can't even smoke weed before my sets.
Why? What happens?
It just fucks up my delivery like a lot.
You like start slurring your words or what?
Like no, like one time I just like fucks up my timing.
You're
It's
delayed
like,
and shit.
I'm delayed. Like it's just not as good. So, but then afterwards, like my favorite thing to do is like smoke, or like I love to get really stoned when I'm writing jokes. That's like the best.
Like, what do you usually like? You smoke on? Do you do blunts? Do you do joints? A dab or
Bongs.
No.
Shiki took a guess and he said you're a bong person.
A bong person? I'm not a bong person. I love blunts.
Blunts?
Or joints.
Damn,
or
our
vapes.
DJ said gang. When you said blunts, he was like, hey. He's like,
What's
I
up?
used to really be into the, you know, like the blunts. Then because I realized I was like, hey, I just can't. Like, they made my morning runs a lot harder. Like, I just couldn't do it. And then, because I just can't smoke one. Like, if we already smoked a matter of like, how many, like 8 joints before this, Sheik? Like, throughout the day. And then, like, there's still
Something
more
like that.
here. And then I ate some edibles. And the only time I really do get to enjoy it is when he brings them around because he's a sponsor. So he's like,
These?
yeah.
These are fucking great. I love them.
So you said blunts, vape, and edibles. That's your choice.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
love
dab it?
edibles. No, I don't dab. I
Why
don't
not?
have like all the trap tools I need to do that.
You don't have all the trap tools?
No.
I mean, you're kind of like a scientist. You could just make it, you know?
Oh yeah, I have my scientist weed show, Stone Science, that I do, with Kim Congdon, who was on here last time.
Yep.
So I am kind of like a scientist because
So you
we
get
do
to-
science experiments on there.
The whole thing is it's kind of like stone science, pretty much.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it's kind of like if you were to be able to get high during your like I would say chemistry class.
Yeah, it's like during the science fair. They're like science fair projects that we do with like different comedians. Like we've had like Doug Benson on and like Steve Renazizi on and some like big names in comedy, and we're in our 2nd season right now.
Yeah, when
That's
Doug
fun.
Benson came here to the smoke box, I got in trouble afterwards because I gave him a dab before the smoke box, and I don't think he was ready for it.
For the dab?
Yeah, like, cause you know he's more like a really flower guy, and like he's like, oh, this is cool, this is hash, and this is like maybe like 3-4 years ago, and like I was like, yeah, check out this fucking pirate pig rig that I have, and I gave him a dab, and that shit hit like hard.
Dude, I did a dab here.
Yeah, remember
And
last time?
I feel like I did a dab right now before we sat down.
Damn, I like that. She
And-
came back and she did the same routine, even though she knew that shit was gonna take her to the moon.
It took me straight to the moon. I'm still on the moon.
Is it made of cheese?
It's definitely made of cheese, and let me tell you, it tastes good.
I always wanted to be one of those Ritz crackers, like in that commercial.
A Ritz cracker.
You ever seen that commercial where the Ritz crackers are like surfing on the moon
It's
and like
classic.
that shit's the best, dude. That commercial is so epic.
What?
You've never seen this commercial?
All I know right now is that I want Ritz crackers, right?
Yo, you were
that
talking
sounds
about-
so good. I haven't had one of those in so long. They're like golden, and they have like those crisp little edges.
Yeah.
Damn, Ritz crackers.
Look, this is the commercial. This is the
Yeah.
one. Like,
Oh.
all right, so this
I
is.
didn't know you guys could just pull up images.
Yep. Look, just look. Is this the one
Very
where like they're all
fancy.
surfing on the moon and they fill themselves up with cheese?
This is the weirdest Ritz cracker commercial. There's a man in a top hat.
Oh, look. Yo,
I'm watching it
asked for
again.
and Will,
I wanna
Will
watch it
busted
again.
this out right now.
Oh shit!
Will, how do you know this? Will, look, this is the one I'm talking
A
about.
rogue lunchable.
This is the one. This is the cookie I wanted to be.
That's the one right there.
That's the one right there.
Oh, the Ritz
What?
Bits.
What?
Yeah,
Ritz
it was the Ritz
Bits.
Bits.
Will brought that out of nowhere.
It's a lunchable.
Yeah, make sure you don't forget that guy's face right there.
Can I
Yeah,
really eat one?
yeah. Make sure
Can
you.
I really eat one?
Yeah, make sure you don't forget Will's face because he will remember that. You know, he brought it out.
Okay, thank you.
He brought it up yesterday.
Thank
definitely. We're just saying that as a joke.
You
but
guys-
did you hear this? You heard the story,
Can I
right?
just have one cracker?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is
he
this-
he busted
I don't
that
wanna
out
take
for
his
you.
Food. I don't want to take his food. Here you go. Thank you.
Look, Will's like the nicest motherfucker.
Thank
that would
you
just
for the
like
cracker.
he'll see us dying of like fucking like going to sleep off like weed and like hash, and then
What?
like he'll
You
go
guys
buy us
are-
food.
What a wild crew you guys have.
We get down. We're like savages here sometimes.
Savages.
Some of us are. Why are you playing that commercial again, dude? Like that commercial was weird.
Shit's hungry.
That dude was like Willy Wonka. Like, why is he? I bet you that guy got me too or something.
That guy?
Yeah,
Why does it say Christy and not Nabisco?
he looked like very weird.
Is that who used to make Ritz? Christy?
Yeah, bro. Or what if it's like knockoff? But
That
so,
bitch.
out of those 9 years, Sarah, that you've been doing comedy, what's been your favorite part about the ride?
Wow. This was a serious question. I didn't expect
I mean,
it.
you
It was
can
like
answer it
out
in
of
the- you can
nowhere. I
ans-
know. I will answer it. I'm excited to answer it. What's been the most exciting part?
Or just like, yo, this is dope. I got to do this. Like, you know, even if it's a
So
stone
many
shit.
things. I mean, I'm working on a project right now. I can't really talk about it too much, but something super exciting.
Damn.
And then just getting to make the kind of content that I want to make, like Stone Science has been really fun, and writing has been really fun, and doing Kill Tony for 2 years was fun, and I went on Rogan, that was cool.
That's big.
My podcast I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that's you've been moving on up with that. Like you're doing your own thing too now. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, before when you were on here, it was just Stone Science, I believe.
Yeah, it was just Stone Science, but now it's kind of like I have my own thing. I have my podcast. It's called Shenk. I've had some really great guests on. Yeah, I've had Tony Hinchcliffe, Red Band, Cake, Quigley.
Oh, Red Band's coming here soon. He knows. We got to talk Pokemon, comedy, and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, so it's just
Pokemon.
been cool. I recorded at the Comedy Store, and a new episode comes out every Wednesday. And it's just like interviews. We talk about weed, fashion, and comedy.
Weed fashion?
Weed, fashion, and comedy. Those are really the three main.
Oh, I was
subjects.
about to say like, damn, weed fashion. I was like, I thought I had it on. I
Very
thought I had it on
specific.
lock. You know, I was like, damn. I was like, the weed T-shirt stepped it up.
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn, that's a lot going on. I gotta, that's for real, man. Congrats on all that. That's really a lot on your plate. Now I see. Now it makes sense. Like, it makes a lot more sense when you say you're like, oh, you know what? I can't really rage at the store. I got.
Yeah. It's like I have shit I gotta do. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's all positive. So.
Yeah, it's sometimes I know that I shouldn't be there because I have to like probably record High and Hungry the next day, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. I'll get home at 4 a.m. And then what happens, Shiki? I show up at recording time and like
Like
an hour
right at
late.
12.
Yeah, decisions. Adulting sucks sometimes, but you just can't help it. Life is fun.
Adulting is a bitch.
What's
We gotta
your,
do it.
What's your favorite kind of strain to smoke? Do you have a favorite?
Sativa, specifically
Sativa?
like a
Sauce-
Blue
anything?
Dream.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You wanna know how? Do you see Shiki? But I know what you're gonna say, Shiki. So be like, well, bro. He's like, yo. He's like,
That's what you two like. That's cool.
What do you like?
I like fucking shit that's gonna make me see the devil.
Whoa.
Straight indicas.
He just said he likes shit that's gonna make him see the devil.
he's very blunt like that. Shiki is I'm yin yang. He's
You guys have a yin yang relationship.
yeah. He's very like he's fucking. He has a very blunt way of saying things. Sometimes.
Fuck you, bitch. Don't talk
Fuck
about
you.
me.
You see that?
It's a very welcoming environment here.
It is. You should see how we greet each
uh,
other. Like, if you knew how we greet each other the moment he gets out of his car, it would be.
How
we
do
would
you guys
we
greet
cannot
each
say it on
other?
air. It's not. It's
Are
not.
you guys like? Do you guys have like a sibling like thing going on where you guys
Sort
like
of.
butt heads?
No.
That's what I'm gathering since I've been sitting.
No, we all
here.
kinda
I mean,
have,
every
like-
now and then we'll have. I mean, we'll have a bad day, and then we'll actually take it there, but it won't. Not physically.
Yeah.
Just
And if
with
it does get
words.
taken there, we'll get over it.
It's like a brotherhood here, kind of like. You should see how we treat Raz, dude. He gets it the worst.
You guys are like a wild fraternity.
Yeah,
In a
kind of like
way.
that with endless weed. Like, there's always like we're just always high. Like, is how
You
it
guys
is.
just like talk about beating each other up, but you're too high to do it.
No, we'll do it. Like
You will?
sometimes,
Yeah.
but not like we'll hurt each other like with different shit. Like we'll just throw some shit. Like, but like it depends. Like you'll know when somebody threw something at you with hate. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, for
Like-
sure. You know when someone.
I've
throws
seen
the
Roz.
intention
I've seen
behind
Roz
a
dude
throw.
I've seen Roz dude kick E-Zone.
yeah. One time I
With
made Raz
hate.
dude snap, and then he apologized and he
What'd
gave me a
you
hug.
do to make him snap?
I don't know why I thought it was funny. He had just got this like brand new computer. He thought that like he still cherishes his computer like crazy. And I got all these like dab mats, and I just threw it at him. I was really high, and while he was like fixing his computer, and they all landed on him. And I knew that I had made him snap when he didn't even like say anything back. He was just quiet. And then he was like, "Dude, what's your problem, man?" He just
So you threw something on him.
9 things on him.
He threw it at my
Why?
computer, at my computer, and I nerd raged out, and I just
Why
fucking.
did you do that? Why
Just
would
because
you do that
sometimes
to
we
him?
push each other's buttons like that. I thought it was
You
very.
Because he's an
guys
asshole. I
need-
don't. Look at him.
You
He's
guys-
obviously still not over it.
This seems like a toxic environment, you guys.
No, it's quite the opposite.
It's a brotherhood.
yeah.
I think it's
This is
just
how-
E-Zone. E-Zone's toxic.
Fuck you! Don't say that about me.
All of us are, whenever E-Zone's not here, it's really quiet, and we're all just like
Yeah,
peaceful.
there's no life here, bro. Fuck
peaceful.
you.
Kumbaya.
Do you guys all hang out here all the time?
No.
Well, we work here.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I forgot.
Rez is like, well, we work here, but yeah,
I mean, I try to get the hell out of here as fast
yeah,
as
he
I
does.
can.
He runs
every
away
day.
from here as much as possible. Like
Yes.
if sometimes I'll wait it out and I'll be like, man,
I'd rather get high at home, and, like jack off or something.
You like to get high and jack off. Who doesn't?
it's a pretty good mix. You can like play twice. You can get high before and after.
It's true.
know-
That's
They have you can even do it medicated. Remember that one time I was sponsored by that weed lube company?
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
did you
tried to
shove it
make
up your ass?
Fuck you, bitch. I did not.
It's just like it's not that exciting to me, weed lube.
I didn't really see the concept of it at first, but then I was like, I guess it's cool. It's just flavored, but it's you're pretty much
I
medicating.
don't like flavored lube.
Hey, it came in little packets. It was like kind of cool, but I don't know if that company's around. Shout out to them when they were around.
Shout out to that random lube company.
Yeah, it was like the most random shit. I've had like weed protein sponsorships.
Weed protein.
Yeah, they're like, yo, make protein shakes with like cannabis. I was like, all right.
That sounds cool.
You had to try a bunch of different shit working in like the weed thing.
Yeah.
Do people bring you weed when you do stand up?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
get some weeds. I have some weed
Do they
sponsors.
bring
Yeah.
you other shit?
Yeah. I get a lot of weed.
I like how she just bypassed that question. She was just like, do they bring you other shit? She's like, yeah, they bring me a lot of weed. Yeah, what do you do? Like, I wonder, like, there's like, what do certain comics do? Like, I wonder when people bring gifts to like Joey Diaz, right? I imagine how many people bring him coke. Like, he's got to have a guy that he takes on the road that's like, hey man, they just brought me this. You take care of this.
He should just take George on
Yeah.
with
You
him
know
on
what?
their own.
That's why he's taking him, bro. We
Dude, George, you fucking do it.
Yeah, he's like, you do this, cocksucker. He's like, you fucking finish this. Yeah, no, but I imagine because people bring you like a lot of shit when you're like doing comedy. What's the worst shit somebody's brought you?
I mean, I appreciate everything I get. Most of the stuff is like weed related. And I like it all. So it kind of works out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's cool.
but it's not.
And I get some dope shit. Like I have people that bring me some cool shit. Like someone got me like a neck tie.
A
Like,
necktie?
Yeah, because I like wearing neckties like this.
Yeah, you have
Fashion.
this like very like unique fashion style going on.
Yeah, so like my podcast Shenk like incorporates that in the interviews with comedians. Like I ask comedians about fashion phases. It's funny because you wouldn't think they would have them, but they do. But so yeah, someone brought me like a necktie, and it was a dope vintage necktie that I would have bought like for sure. And I was like, this is tight. I like this. And, like, but no one's brought me
Is
anything
that what you said when they
shitty
gave
yet.
it to you? They're like, this is tight.
Yeah, I was like, this is exactly something that I would fucking pick out.
Yeah, those are the
So
kind of fans
that's
that really
cool.
like get
Yeah,
time to know you.
like that was dope. I was like, oh, I'm putting out a vibe that I would like this necktie. That's good, you know. But I'm sure like
you have
I'll
a P.O.
get
box
some
now?
weird. I'm sure I'll get some weird gifts. I mean, oh, I did. I got a dick coloring book once. I forgot about that.
What state was this in?
What state?
Yeah, like I want to know what person this came from.
This came from a fan of a podcast that I used to do with Red Band.
Oh, so they brought it to you in the store or something?
They mailed it to the Ice House. And they gave one for me and one for Tiffany Haddish. And they were just these 2 dick coloring books. And yeah, from a fan. That was the weirdest thing I've ever received.
Did you color it?
Yeah, for sure. I still have it.
So you colored some of it? Mm-hmm. That is a pretty
I've
unique.
colored some cocks in a book. Yes, I have.
It's probably the same kind of like pictures they had in like the what's that movie with Jonah Hill where he was drawing dicks.
Yeah, super bad.
Super bad in the classroom. He was a little fat kid. He got kicked out of that religious school.
You're going down like a whole super bad plot review.
Hey, it's been a couple years. You know what I mean? People can fucking.
I don't even know if I've ever even seen Superbad. I gotta be honest. I don't think I've ever seen Superbad, but I will say this. I can't believe I'm sitting next to a real live Lunchable. I can't believe he just like pulled that out. And he was just like,
Hey, shout
here's
out
a
to
Lunchable.
Yeah, Will. What I wanna ask you, Will. Like, what made you like? Did you pre-plan this? Did you like? Yo, I know Sarah likes Lunchables, so like, I'm
like-
gonna bring this here. Oh, so he's like,
He pulled a Lunchable out of a Louis Vuitton bag.
damn.
That sounds like, you know what that sounds like, you guys? That sounds like a line in like a rap song. Lunchables in my Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, we
you
got-
know
we-
what I mean?
That's gotta be in the next video. She can
That's
get.
like a bar in like a rap song.
We get Will in the next video.
Lunchables in the Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah.
He's
that
out
could
there
be,
slanging.
Like, dope.
Yeah, that is the most. Hey,
thought
what else do you have in
Lunchables.
that bag, Will?
Lunchables.
I feel like he has like an In-N-Out double in there too or something. Like last time.
I can't believe he just pulled that out of his bag.
Hey, Will's unpredictable like that. He's like, he likes to make a good impression. I'm gonna make sure Sarah remembers my face.
I had a Ritz cracker out of there.
And
I'll never forget it.
Next time he sees you at the store, he's gonna be like, "You remember that Ritz?"
How could I forget that Ritz? It was at
Yeah.
a time of need.
You were just talking
Bam.
about it. Hey, yo, have you ever smoked one of these? Like, my boy, the Hash Works from Beaver Farms.
The hash works.
Yeah, so this is this fucking. Last time we smoked one of these.
Whoa, that looks.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a hash. So it's, instead of a
Nah.
blunt, you know how that's like tobacco? This is all hash. And
Am I gonna die?
no, you're just probably gonna feel like you did heroin. No,
I don't know if I'm trying to be that chill.
I'm joking.
You
but-
can't drop a hard H and then try to move on from it. No.
Well, you know,
I'm kidding.
it's some TKO shit because it is Mike Tyson OG inside.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Hey, you know how that is? 'Cause he is a real stoner. We did this. When the smoke box was I in that?
Wait, nah.
No,
you
I
weren't
wasn't in that one. We just took a picture with him on that one. I've been in I think after that I got my chances to be in some pretty epic ones. The Joe
Yeah,
one,
'cause
the
fucking-
George Lopez.
Papi loves you and shit.
Hey, bro, it's not my fault.
What
Dad
about
knows
me?
better than you.
What about me?
You guys are like a dysfunctional family.
So we love each other.
They're just retarded.
Oh,
Hey, fuck you. Says the most.
Aren't we
fucking-
all?
You know what? That's not even valid coming from you, Raz, dude.
Well, I'm the
Guys,
most, but you know.
Fight
Yeah.
later while I'm not here.
So what's your fashion style? What is that? Like
Yeah.
what are
What
you
is
wearing?
it?
Yeah, what would you call it?
I call it.
Is it custom? Is it all custom clothes or?
Is it all custom clothes? No, it's
Sarah by
it's
me.
all like vintage shit that I find. I call it like vintage retro, ish. I guess.
Any
Where do you go-
brands in
where do you go shop
particular?
at?
I shop at all like thrift stores. Like everything I have, like all my shirts are like under $30.
Damn, that's damn. So you go like
I like get really into it.
you look through shit, huh? Like
Yeah, like I hunt for the shit. It's like my favorite thing to do.
what's some rare shit you found? Because you know how those people that like look through vintage stuff, like sometimes you be coming up on some like Versace that's old school or some shit like that. You know, like some old school shit, like some pillows.
Yeah, no, like I just look like I go for the look of shit. You know what I mean? But I found like this really dope like vintage Ringling Brothers t-shirt that was really cool, or like a Steve Martin shirt I found that was vintage that was super dope. Just like random stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you think about like people who do that and they resell all that shit for like hundreds of dollars? You know, like.
I think good for them if they have the energy to do that. I don't want to do that. I like also go to this sale where everything's $1 and like dig
Is it the
through
one
shit.
on Melrose?
It's kind of by Melrose. Yeah, it's on the brick.
It's like by Buffalo Exchange, like right before that.
It's at Jet Rag.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I go there.
It's so packed there.
It's
yeah.
so packed. Yeah, I
They have
like.
the coolest shit inside. Like they have like you can feel like you buy a costume.
But
in
I
there.
bought some shit from there that's like amazing, and it was only $1. But like, it's gotten like super crazy. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, and once shit starts hitting Instagram and they're like, yeah, come here. It's like, yeah, it gets played out.
You should fucking totally shop there, Ezone.
No, bro, I don't like fucking shopping there. I don't like shopping there, like, because sometimes it's very hard to find shit that's like, you know, like for me, dog. Like, where am I gonna find cool flannels? Or the flannels from back in the day don't
Why not,
probably
bro?
don't look like that.
Them big
Well-
ass like big old collars. Why not?
What's up with this giraffe necklace? Where is that from?
So you know, in the weed culture, you know, like our glass artists, like the people that make the rigs like this.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here,
I know what you're talking
They
about.
have their signatures, and this is by my boy Matt Robertson. And he's like famous for making giraffes and giraffe rigs. So a lot of artists make pendants, and you kind of wear them as jewelry. So they're like,
I like this giraffe.
yeah,
I like this giraffe around your neck. I like the story behind the giraffe. I love it. It's so cute. I'm so high, and all I can think about is how I would like to see like a real live giraffe.
they're pretty.
Can I
cool.
get that from Will? Is he the one that brought out the Lunchable?
You have a giraffe in there, Will? Like that
Does he
minute.
have a giraffe in that Louis Vuitton bag?
You know, hit this and passes to Sheik. This is that shit right there.
That shit. Giraffes.
Yeah, but you know, I got to see a giraffe a couple times, and the last time it was at this wine fucking thing that like I was at.
Oh, Malibu wine.
Yeah, that shit. Like, I went there with somebody, and it was cool. You know, I was like, they were just like, dude, stop eating the giraffe random shit. But it was kind of cool.
What were you feeding the giraffe?
Like, I just kept giving them leaves that were around because like they ran out of food, and I just wanted to keep feeding it.
Was it cute?
Did you like feel its long ass tongue?
No.
No?
It's kind of intimidating. Yeah, it looks nice. Like, you're like, yo, this is some pretty luxurious shit. Like, imagine the cartel motherfucker that has one as a pet. You know what I mean? But like, this is pretty cool. It's a big ass
A
animal.
cartel motherfucker that has a giraffe as a pet?
Oh yeah, they be having some exotic pets. Like, there's motherfuckers out there that have lions.
That's
Lions.
wild.
Yeah, I know, lions.
What about like a pet hippo?
That's too dangerous.
Are hippos dangerous?
Fuck yeah, a hippo can fucking like break a boat down.
Why don't they seem dangerous to me? Maybe because
You know, I have a hippo.
that game.
I have a
Hungry,
hippo as a
Hungry
necklace
Hippos.
too.
You do?
Yeah, it changes colors.
Wait, you have a hippo necklace that changes colors?
Yeah.
Explain.
It's a certain kind of glass that's like CFL, and it goes under certain lights like that. It'll go from green and purple.
That's
and,
cute.
And then on other lights, fluorescent, it'll go from like red and like kind of like orange.
Wait, it goes green, purple to red, orange.
Yeah.
It's the same guy who make the giraffe.
No, this is a different guy. His signature is hippos.
You know, multiple glass blowers
Yeah, I
with
interview-
different signatures.
Yeah, I interview them kind of like
That's cool.
like we're doing. A lot of them are kind of like they get down, you know.
They get down with the weed.
Yeah, they make all these expensive pipes like that. Like one of the guys, he makes this kind of shit and like
This shit is dope looking, all of it.
but that shit like if you look at a store like Ziggy's or like Rodeo Smoke Shop, like those kind of stores will sell pieces like that for like thousands. It's like its own art form.
That's dope.
Hey, what? Why are you laughing at me, you fucking asshole? I really want to know what Sheik is doing up there. I mean, what Pedro's doing up there, man. Oh, he's not even here, but here, pass this to this.
I'm just having a good time
to
right
that
now.
jerk.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah. I have a show on Sunday. I'll be in Palm Desert. I'm headlining, and I'm bringing Rachel Wolfson with me.
Damn, she smokes heavy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she smokes heavy. I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing on Sunday.
You said Palm Springs?
Palm Desert.
Palm Desert. Damn.
Yep.
Is that different from Palm Springs?
I think it's like a little more ghetto, honestly, than
I mean,
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, like you look it up and it's like, oh, it's kind of nice. And
Yeah.
then like Palm Desert just sounds
Desert's
like
just like a little.
it's fucking hot.
Yeah, it's just not as cool. I mean, but it's at I'm headlining at this place called the Hood Bar, and
The
I'm
Hood
bringing
Bar?
and I'm bringing Rachel Wolfson with me to feature. So that's on Sunday, and then I have show dates on my Instagram and my Twitter at Princess Shenk.
The Hood Bar.
The Hood Bar, yeah.
That you kind of had the right words for that.
Yeah.
Palm Desert does sound kind of hoodish.
It is. I've performed there before. It's
It's
a
like
little
the South
hoodish.
Central of the desert.
You been there, Sheik?
No.
I feel like you would be like, yeah, I have family there.
Nah. Thankfully, I don't.
What about your podcast? Where can they subscribe to them?
You can check out my podcast and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Laughable, all those places, and it's Shenk, SHENK. Subscribe, rate, review, all those things.
And listen.
Listen.
Yep. All right, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming up in here as we're training. I feel like we're getting more high by the moment. I still got like one more guest too. I got Burning Bush, which is my new sponsor coming on, and we're gonna start fucking smoking wax now. So it's about to turn up a little bit more.
Oh my God, you're gonna turn up more.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm still having hope that Eddie's gonna pull up. I still feel it in the air that he is.
Side Dick Eddie.
Yeah, Side Dick Eddie. He's like the ringleader in the whole thing. You know?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after this break here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. We'll be back with Burning Bush, and then we have a closeout by DJ C Rock.
BeReal.tv. BeReal.tv.
We're back here with our fucking third guest and our newest sponsor, Burning Bush. Introduce yourself, my brother. I mean, it's a team obviously behind it, but
Definitely.
You're-
I'm Bush.
you're Bush, so you're the man.
Yes, sir.
So speaking to the mic a little bit.
Yeah.
Your name is. We have Bush from Burning Bush right here, and you're here. Can you pass this to my boy, please? Yeah. Well, this is the real motherfucking stoner show. We're really like that high, and we're about to get higher. You specialize in rosin dabs.
Definitely.
How long have you? Why? Number one, what made you choose that over BHO?
I'm old, so, smoking BHO over time, I started noticing, effects in my lungs, really,
What
bro.
kind of effects? I want to know because I
Just,
smoke all of it.
Well, just smoking BHO every day heavily, I just started noticing because I wasn't scrutinizing where I was getting the stuff from, so I'm sure I was getting a whole lot of concentrated,
Nasty
harmful stuff, you know what I mean? So then I guess over time and just, learning more about the process and what's in it, you just start to learn what you want and what you don't want in your lungs, you know what I mean? And then that leads you on a course of
making these products that me and my team make, and it's aimed at people being able to smoke clean.
You start making better decisions in what you.
True.
So how many years into dabbing BHO did you decide to make that switch? Because a lot of people really didn't even know about rosin until recently.
It was like probably, I really started smoking heavy like wax and stuff in maybe 2006 or 7, something like that. In Denver, where we're from, Colorado.
Damn, Denver, all the way from Denver out here doing your thing.
Yeah.
So 2007.
Yes, sir.
And then okay. So it's been quite a while since you've been making the evolution of BHO, very much like crumble or shatter, and all these other consistencies. The same thing has happened with rosin. And I mean, you have the rig up here, and I think it's enough talk. You know what I mean? Before we let you know how it works. Shiki, you want to set it off, dog?
Hell yeah.
We're gonna try the product right now. I mean, I know it's fucking good. Okay, I know it's fucking great. Very much.
Yeah,
like
I had this shit the other day in the studio when we were working on that shit.
These dab dots.
Oh, you're talking about my wax?
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, because I leave it in the studio because nobody really goes in there, so they're not gonna smoke all my shit. You go first, Sheik.
I'm not telling people to not smoke BHO. There's beautiful concentrates made by very skilled. You know what I mean?
That is facts.
But the thing is, when you go out and just get any old thing, BHO is usually the guy that's dumping out some crazy stuff on the floor. You know what I mean? The rosin's usually a lot cleaner.
You're doing the cold start tank, are you?
Yes, sir.
What is it, 710?
Just wait for it to get a little bubble going.
That's about to taste really good. I know what that's like. And so you're also, one thing that makes you different from a lot of other rosin companies is that you have this thing you call them dots, and they're kind of like dots, like the candy, but they're dabs. So they're kind of like dosages. You know what I mean, of the actual rosin. First of all, I'm not gonna ask you about the tech, but how did you come up with this idea right here? You're like, you know what, this is what we're gonna get known for. And when you try to go ahead and make something like this is what I'm gonna get known for, to make it stand out and stick. I think that's one of the hardest things to do. But people know. I remember when I see you at branded events, people would be like, "Oh, I want some of this," and you would always have a table crack. Always. I was like.
It's in general with keeping products popular or keeping them, going. It takes a lot of people, and this stuff is the type of stuff that takes a lot of hands to make. So, I couldn't accept credit for, single-handedly for any of my products being an honest man, fair man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got a mad huge team. It takes at least 10 or 12 people to make this product available. And a lot
10 to 12 people to make these dots.
Down the line.
See, that's the kind of shit that the people that go to the store and you bitch about prices and shit like that, or you go to the sesh and you bitch about certain things. This is the shit you really you fail to take account for.
It's true. Those families have kids, and those families,
they gotta pay bills. You know what I mean? And they're not doing this shit so they could be like, oh look, I got them high. They're doing this shit because it's a motherfucking job out here. And that's one of the things that a lot of people really fail to realize. What are you gonna clean your nail with? You have this product with you. You were showing me. I didn't want to open it.
Do we have some here? The Dab Fresh.
There it is. Tell them about that.
So this Dab Fresh is a 15 ml bottle of 4 different plant extracts. So this is a non-alcohol based swab for your dab tool. Your nail, your banger, or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically, we go in here with the wet side of the Q-tip that has the solution applied, and then go in with the dry side, and just one of these, even for rosin,
Yeah.
keeps your nail.
So it's like a
very
moist
clean.
towelette kind of,
So we've done this one, for a while, but we've just teamed up with a friend of mine that does saw swabs, and he does the the mops for your dab stuff.
This is the next big thing, people. Where you start seeing this at events, when you're when you don't have to carry a little bottle of alcohol.
So we teamed up and we put this on one side of that.
That's why it's wet on one side, the other
Right.
side's dry.
So
it's
now
perfect.
you just pull out, swab it out. Want to go real quick, Puffco, whatever, in your car. You got one pack. It's got 2 swabs in it.
I can see that this is the kind of stuff at the future, like cannabis events.
I like that.
They're gonna have these at the table with the dab rig. You know what I mean? Because eventually everybody's gonna be okay with dabbing.
True. Yeah, it's
The way things are going, it's come a long way. We don't.
It's gonna go. It's gonna be even more heavy, bro. I think. You know.
Yeah, that is right. It is gonna get heavier. I think I'm ready for one of those dots.
Let's do this.
Man, by the way, make sure you guys check them out. That is at Burning Bush. That's on Instagram, right? Burning Bush.
Burning Bush Cocal 3.0.
Burning Bush Cocal 3.0. Make sure you check them out. They make some really good stuff. Oh, I got 2 rosin dots. Oh, damn. Give me double.
Enjoy.
Man, this is...
How's that?
There you go.
That shit tastes delicious. If you don't really know the difference or value with rosin and BHO, it's like shopping at Trader Joe's. You know what I mean? Straight up. Or something like that. It's like Bristol Farms. You're going to pay the extra $1 to get a little bit more organic shit.
It's true.
Yep.
It's true.
Like at the end of the... At the end of the day, it's like, hey, you gotta treat it like anything else you put in your body. You can't just be like, oh no, it's just another fucking drug to me, because it's not. You know.
And a lot of people that use this already have ailments, bro. They're using this to treat those ailments. So why would you use something that's gonna rub those ailments the wrong way?
Yep.
We're trying to make products that are totally clean and clear of that.
Yep.
So that they can, in good, faith, take that stuff and go on with it. You know what I mean? They're getting a honest, and that's why I can get behind it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sasquatch Rosin Press. I don't know if you've heard of them before. Leaders,
A lot of my people have those.
Leaders in rosin presses, leaders in the rosin tech. All of these things that we make, a very, very dear friend of mine, helps us with this stuff.
That stuff?
Our team comes up with these amazing ideas because these guys have made the machine. So when you make the machine, you start making the stuff.
You know the innovation behind it.
Exactly, bro. So that's why we stay ahead.
The stuff that you have right here, man, it's definitely it's something else right there. You're able to put your logo on some of the dabs too. What's the deal with that?
Oh yeah,
I saw that. I mean, I don't know if that's like
So we went over to Barcelona a month or so ago, in March, actually. For a Masters of Rosin competition.
Masters of Rosin.
And I went over there with Joel and Matt from Sasquatch and Jessica and Victoria, and we went over there and went to all the clubs, in which when you go in the clubs in Barcelona, they're kind of like the dispensaries type things here, but just you know how they are, a little
old
different
school
twist, like a coffee shop type of thing. You go in and there's a Sasquatch press in every shop, which tripped me out when I go over there. But anyway, we went over there for that contest, and my buddy Joel that runs Sasquatch, he did a tech, show, and it was just, pretty wild going over there and seeing what California has done and Sasquatch has done for another country, bro.
I mean, to be out there at every shop.
That's what I'm saying. They look
Man,
up.
we've been. He dumps them out like pills. We've been really. I mean, fuck, dude. We got this shit smoky again, bro, back to back. Like it's
crushed.
It's fucking crushed here. That hash thing, that Hashworks blunt fucked me up. That last 2 dabs fucked me up. I'm thankful to have sponsors like you guys that come in here and give us quality stuff like rosin and just keep us like high and we get to tell other people about these products because
When we get to the end, we're all ripped.
Oh yeah, like whatever I eat after this, or whether I keep, like if I decide to eat or if I decide to keep drinking,
It's gonna be the best thing you ever ate.
the elevation is just either gonna get higher. But if I ate, I'm gonna look at the food like just man,
Like egg toppy.
I'm gonna be looking at it like, I'll be looking at it like somebody like a bag of money to Anthony.
Music playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some Barry White. Can't get enough of your love. Man, I don't know, man. It's doing the high and hungry thing too, man. It's like we get to know a good couple spots where we get to eat like good, you know. Yeah, I know you're a fellow stoner.
What are you thinking about?
You know, I'm thinking either like some tattoo ramen after this or something like that.
Damn,
Like,
that sounds good actually.
what's your go-to?
It's usually just Mexican food, no meat.
No meat?
Yeah,
Damn, no meat.
no meat for like 10 or 11 months.
Damn, how much weight have you dropped?
Bro, like a lot, like 40 pounds.
Shut up.
I'm serious, bro. Like,
Damn, fuck meat,
I was like mad huge, and then I quit eating meat, and like my wife will attest, bro. I lost all this shit. I'm in like a large shirt now, which is when you're like a 2X type of joint, you know, and you go down to a large, like.
Damn. I was all feeling proud and shit. I went from a 2X to an XL. This was like.
Now I feel like I'm wasting away. I like need to start finding stuff with, you know, that's gonna like beef me up more.
No meat.
No meat, bro.
That's kind of hard though, man. I had a steak like earlier, like this. No, not earlier, like this week. Like I was out and shit, and fuck, that shit was good, dog. Like you just.
You know. I just ate so many steaks for so long. Every day, like mad big old T-bones and big old ribeyes.
You know, when I think about just thinking about like not eating meat, like it kind of makes me sad. Like it's almost like having a girlfriend you like leave. You know, like you're just like.
It was. I didn't. I mean, I loved it when I stopped, but it just did it for my health, bro. My digestion, my health. I just felt like I was eating too much meat.
That's a wise decision, though, man.
Carne crazy. Asada crazy.
Man, congrats on that. I might consider that. You know, I might consider that. He said 40 pounds. I was like, hey, it's a lot of weight.
It sounds crazy, dude, but yeah, it's
a lot. Let's see you give up carne, dog.
Huh?
Let's see you give up meat.
Give up carne and then like
give up beef.
Substitute meat. I would substitute meat with Hennessy.
Yeah.
No
doubt.
I drop even way more now, but man, so shout out to everybody that's been watching tonight. We have a closeout coming up by DJ C-Rock. This is one of our newest sponsors here at B-Real, the Dr. Green Thumb. I'm sorry, the We Don't Smoke the Same show. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. And I'm telling you, if you want quality rosin, you want to try the dots, make sure you check them out. That is a Burning Bush. What is the IG exactly again?
That's Burning Bush Cocoa 3.0.
Burning Bush Cocoa
3.0.
3.0. Make sure you check them out. Get yourself some dots. Find out where they'll be vending at. Find out what dispensary carries them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it doesn't
at
stop.
Maniac Sesh.
At Maniac Sesh. There you go, every weekend, right?
At Greenlight DTLA.
Greenlight DTLA.
At Pre-Roll Party.
Oh, I'm there. I like those parties.
High Times Cannabis Cups coming up. In SoCal, we're doing a spot there with Cali Connection, Seeds, and Sasquatch.
Dope.
Resin
Nice.
Press. So, and then we're going to do the Bay Area one, so.
Nice, man.
You know,
the people that buy the rosin, those are the people that really, like, they go the extra mile to find out what they're pressing and stuff like that, so they know what they're buying. Just don't when you're buying this kind of stuff, don't come at them with like, hey, give me a deal if I get like 5 of them. It's like, this shit's not cheap. Like, it's not. I don't mean to sound like an asshole or anything like that, but it's like, hey, you know, we can like, I can every time I go buy alcohol, I can choose to go ahead and drink E&J or I can buy the VSOP.
True.
You know what I mean? And it really is about what you put in, and there's options.
Dude behind the counter is not going to break that VS down, you know, for cheaper.
It's not, because they know what it is.
Because it is what it is.
Yep.
You know?
And the quality ain't cheap, and that's just the bottom line.
Asshole.
I want to thank you one more time for coming up in here and for coming in here and blessing us with the dabs and the smoke, man. For real, like, I'm faded. I feel like I need another one of those. DJ C-Rock, you got the closeout coming up. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and make sure you follow all of our sponsors before we end the show. Shikadelic, any last things?
Thanks to our sponsors, everyone that came today, and everyone that watched live, everyone's watching live right now, and that watches live every week. Thank you, guys.
Shout out to fucking Bzzt Collective, Tropicali Grown, Dime Industries, Burning Bush. These fucking edibles right here. Make sure you had, for real, these pineapples have been fucking me up. Shout out to our guest. Oh, man, we got more hash, too. Yes, this is the shit. Shout out to Hashworks and, Beaver Farms. Our guest that came by today, I'm pretty fucked up.
I am. Shit.
I am really fucked up. And I'm.
Sash Life.
Yep, Sesh Live. Hell yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Enjoy this fucking music by DJ C-Rock. New products on flavorsbyezone.com. Make sure you check out those Wook Terp Spinners. I do have a bunch of different stuff on there, so make sure you go on there and check out the new High and Hungry. It's available now. That is a donut friend, all vegan spot. So we'll be back here next week. Enjoy this closeout.
BeReal.tv.